Even though Buick has been selling a lot of SUVs these days, when you think Buick, you traditionally think of a big Buick sedan, and LaCrosse, that fits that mold. Now the redesigned LaCrosse looks a lot lower, a lot sleeker. What they did is they stretched the wheelbase almost 3 inches without making the car much longer. That means the wheels get pushed out closer to the corners. Gives the car a much more athletic feel. Now using the word athletic and Buick together doesn't sound quite right, but actually the previous LaCrosse drove fairly well for a big sedan. Buick is still continuing to emphasize trying to make the LaCrosse a more athletic and enjoyable sedan to drive. Another Buick hallmark is making cars that are quiet, and to that end, the LaCrosse has a lot of sound deadening material in it. Now this poses a challenge because when you add those materials, cars tend to get heavy. Turns out though, GM claims that they've reduced the weight of the LaCrosse by almost 300 pounds. Now when you make a car lighter, it makes a car better to drive. Another thing it does is improve fuel economy. Something else that should improve fuel economy in this LaCrosse is a redesigned 3.6-liter V6 that is mated to an 8-speed automatic. Inside the LaCrosse is a very spacious and a very nicely finished interior. Lots of big panels of wood. Something else that GM avoided this time around with the LaCrosse is that it's a very simple control layout. It's not strewn with buttons like previous LaCrosses have been. Something we're not super fond of though is the electronic shifter. Some of these designs aren't all that intuitive. We'll find out how it works when we actually drive the car. One of the biggest problems with the previous LaCrosse was visibility. It was like driving the car with a set of blinders. Now it's obvious that GM spent a lot of effort here shrinking the size of the roof pillars. The glass area still isn't all that large, but it's a lot easier to see out of this LaCrosse than the last one. Something you expect from a big traditional Buick sedan is a spacious rear seat, and the LaCrosse, it delivers. Now we'll find out how the LaCrosse stacks up against a lot of good large sedan competition, including the Toyota Avalon, the Lexus ES, and the Chrysler 300. For more, check out consumerreports.org.